Let's talk a little bit about holding someone accountable. In the Academic Affairs Committee meetings, our administration said that they would add the curriculum to the webpage. We had a couple parents brought up their input and said, hey, they'd like to see our curriculum. So here we go. Go to Lehighton curriculum, elementary curriculum, nothing. Middle school curriculum, nothing. High school curriculum, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, if I go to a private school online and take a look at it, here you go. You want a curriculum for language arts? There you go. Different classes. How does it affect us? Where does it change? All within their curriculum page and their courses. Let's do Parkland. Their curriculum. They have their high school registration. It's 100 pages. Talks about all the different classes they have, what the credits they are, what's available to the students inside the community. We take a look at the curriculum at Pennsylvania Department of Education. English Larts, you can pick any one of them and they will have some semblance to the curriculum that's occurring within our state. How come Lehighton doesn't do it? How come we can't meet that standard? How come we can't at least engage our stakeholders? Let's take a look at whether or not we should engage our stakeholders. We have a policy, 011. I'll get me out of here for a second. There you go. 011, it says we're supposed to engage community stakeholders. How can you engage a stakeholder if they don't even have access to the information? This is why I think you're being silenced in this community by this governing board that is filled with a feckless 4 now. Feckless 4. There used to be 5. Wayne resigned. God bless it. Wayne resigned. 4 more to go. And we'll save all sorts of time, money, energy, effort, and protect our students. When you have a feckless Foeller on the board, not making decisions, not holding people accountable, we got a problem. So it's funny, but here's stakeholders, and this is just an interesting side note. So if you want to find this policy that talks about stakeholders, you actually have to type in the entire word stakeholders with an S. Now, nowhere else, see, stakeholder doesn't work. Stake doesn't work. However, in anything else, if you type in the word learners or learner, learner shows up. Heck, if I type in the word learn, I got all sorts of them. And the other words show up. Someone had to take the time, knowing I reference this policy all the time, 011, engaging all stakeholders. It's our responsibility to not silence the public, but engage the public. Let the people speak. Let them show up to board meetings. Let's follow the Sunshine Act. Let's follow the law and find out what's going on within our schools so we can fix it. Somewhere along the line, if you have a whole bunch of students unsupervised in a locker room, the board should have asked the question, who let them in, who was supposed to be supervising them, where are they going, what are they doing, and ask the public to engage those public, whether or not our policies are working for their children or they're not. Whether or not the masking policy is working, whether or not the policy right here is 138 is working for them, and they can make adjustments and change it. That's how you engage the stakeholder. That's what government is there for. Now, let's see how we're doing. I could be complaining about a whole lot of nothing, but I'm not. We got to protect the students. We have a lot of injured students. We got to save the community. Saving the community is educating the students in the community. We have a standard to meet. We're a little bit competitive. I think Lehighton has a lot of pride in their community, and they should try to do their best for their students. So if you look at the Pennsylvania Department of Education accountability program, where we're going to hold our schools accountable to the state standards, Lehighton is in the additional targeted support for improvement because we are so far down on the academics, specifically to students with disabilities, that we're on their watch list with Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Wrong, people. We got to fix this. You can't, if you have a school bus and it has a flat tire, anyone in the community can say, hey, that's a flat tire, we should fix it. You don't argue with the guy that says the tire's flat, that you don't have pride in your school if you're going to call my tire flat. It's only flat on the bottom. That type of ridiculousness is going on within our community, especially when we ask, as a board, as a committee, as a government agency, to put the curriculum online, and the people responsible for the curriculum didn't put it online. That's wrong. They have a job to do. They should do the job. Now, let's take a look. How about our SAT scores? Here's the 2019. These are the most recent ones. These all come from the state, by the way. So the state publishes this. I sorted them highest to lowest. Let's finally heighten. Do you think we're in the top 100? No. How about the top 150? No. Top 175? No. Top 200? Come on, tell me we're in the top 300. Come on, tell me we're in the top 350. Could we possibly be in the top 350? Please, please. There's about 500 schools in the state. Tell us we're in the top 350. 360? 370? There we go. Oh, we're coming up. 399! We're 399! We are 399. We are not in the 400 out of 500. God bless Lehighton Area School District. Our SAT scores are under the top 400. We're in 399, baby. I bet that stadium helped spending almost $8 million that we've set aside, lawfully set aside for the teacher's pension. And then, in non-compliance with Pennsylvania School Code, took that money out, bought a stadium instead of giving the students classroom supplies. We have teachers complaining about classroom supplies. We got to fix this, guys. Step one, we should follow our own policy. The Auditor General's report said we're not following our own policy. It's a pretty simple policy to follow. We should engage all community stakeholders. That's every parent, that's every taxpayer, that's every staff member, that's every teacher, that's every educator, it's every past educator, everyone. We can fix this from the inside. We should publish the curriculum so they have something to talk about, discuss, correct, fix, modify. We don't want to be $3.99. We don't want to be on a special watch list because we're not taking care of our students with disabilities. If you agree with me, thank you. I appreciate your support and help. Hopefully we can get the rest of them to resign. We got rid of one good corrupt politician. It's awesome. When you get rid of a corrupt politician, there's room to make improvements. Now it's a 4-4 board. We can start doing these corrections. And once they realize that they're going to be held accountable, maybe the other 4 realize that what they weren't doing, like if you watch the athletic committee, where you realize that Steve Holland, a board director, failed to protect the community students and help even after the mistake was made, failed to investigate the policies that enabled it to happen and failed to make the corrections to those policies. I'm on the policy committee. We're trying to make these changes, and Larry Stern and Rita, who stacked that committee, have not taken any corrective actions to policies to ensure, admit there was a problem, and then correct it. They're so afraid to admit that there was a problem that they're circling the wagons. It's disgusting. They should resign. Now, we should engage all stakeholders. I'm really looking forward to November. Really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to next month. Hopefully, Rita will resign. Nathan, FECKLESS Foeller will resign. Rant and Rita can resign. Stevie Holland, God bless him, man. He's not coming back in November, which is great. After that Auditor General's report, he should just basically apologize to the entire community why he moved all that money and voted and participated in a board that moved all that money, and then participated in a board that moved it back and spent it on a stadium instead of these poor kids, especially the ones with disabilities. Shameless. Yes, I'm holding them accountable. Help me. Thank you.